Hey guys, Alex from HOGWORKZ. Today we're going to be talking about our fat tire install kit. This fits 96 to current touring models. A couple of the tools you're going to need is a 15/16 socket, 10 millimeter socket, a 6 mil Allen wrench, 1/4 inch Allen, and you'll need a 1/2 inch wrench to install the new bolts with the new fender. So we'll go ahead and get into it now. So the first thing you guys want to do is go ahead and put a jack underneath the bike and lift the bike up just enough to take the pressure off the front tire. If you're doing it on a lift like we are, you want to make sure you add some extra security, put some straps on there. You probably want to have the jack set forward from center on the motorcycle. That way, again, when you go to lift it up, it lifts up, and you just want to take a little bit of pressure off the front tire. That's all you need. So we'll go ahead and remove our 4 OEM bolts that hold the OEM fender on using our 1/4 inch Allen.
Why is the fender black?
Fender is black because that's just the cool thing to do nowadays, man. Everybody loves a little two-tone. That's just the way we decided to go with it. We got the fender off. We're gonna take our brake calipers off. One thing guys keep in mind is this is a 10-point bolt on here, so you want to use a 10 millimeter socket to get that off. If you use a regular 6-point socket, you're gonna just round these the head of the stud right off of there. So just make sure you got 10 mil, 10 point. Go ahead and remove your 2 caliper bolts. And once you get your bolts out, depending on your preference, you can hang them up if they're gonna be in your way with a zip tie or something, or you can just kind of tuck them back over here. Same thing on the other side. Go ahead and remove 2 caliper bolts and just tuck it out of the way. All right, so once you got your fender off, calipers are off, you go ahead and remove your axle nut using your 15/16 socket. On the other side, there's a 6 millimeter Allen screw. Make sure you take this nut off first before you loosen the cinch bolt on this side. Here is the 6 mil cinch bolt. So just go ahead and loosen it a little bit, and then from here, should be able to just slide your axle right on off. Pay attention if you have any spacers in there. You want to pay attention to which side they go on. And then go ahead and pull the OEM tire out. It's a lot easier if you turn these forks. It gives you a little bit more room with the fat fender in. So we had to turn these forks to the outside. There was a reflector on this side, and once we turned it to the inside, we did have to remove those reflectors to be able to give us enough room to get the new fender in. It is a little bit of a squeeze, so just take your time. You may end up having to get an aftermarket set of cut fork boots. For our fender, we didn't need to. We were able to run with the stock fork boots. So one thing we are gonna do though is go ahead and just kind of cover these up so we don't scratch our fender or we don't scratch them. And we just use microfiber towel and just put a little clip on the back side. It is easier putting it in if you got a buddy with you. Line up the cutouts with the front forks. Start all the way at the bottom, and you gotta want to follow the angle of the forks all the way up. Turn these back in the way they were, just like that on both sides. And then you can go ahead and drop your fender down. Once you get your fender on, you go ahead and pull your microfiber towels out. And then we are going to install our fat front tire. This thing is just fuck. All right guys, so one situation that we ran into here, we put our fender on and then we went to put our tire under, and as you can see, we didn't leave enough room. So I guess at this point you have 2 options. You can either take your fender back off, raise it up, put your tire under, put your axle in. I think what we're gonna do is just go ahead and try and get a little more lift out of our center stand, and I think we'll be able to get enough room to be able to push this up under there. So what we did is we just took the nuts off the insides, left the fender sitting on the screws, and then that gave us enough room to be able to slide our tire up underneath here. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and reinstall our nuts on the back side of our fender bolts, and then we'll put our axle in and then put our calipers on. All right, let's go ahead and cut our zip tie here, get this free. Make sure you tighten up your cinch bolt on this side first before you tighten your axle nut on the other side, or this will just keep spinning. Washer, nut back on, and then tighten to manufacturer's specifications.
Which is?
TE, tight enough. Now we'll go ahead and reinstall our calipers. All right guys, we got everything reinstalled back on here. One thing you want to make sure you do before you drop it back down is go ahead and lock your front tire back up. And then if you got straps, go ahead and just kind of give them a little bit of added security. That's it.